Yo, so what's going on, guys? It's a regular guy with the Regular Guy Firearms channel, and today I'm sipping on some serious man Barbie sauce. Today we're going over the Stag Arms Model 2. Alright guys, as far as your barrel accessories and whatnot, what you get from the factory is not the Battle Cop 2.0, I'm sorry. What you're going to get instead is your A2 type flash hider that works pretty well as far as flash is concerned. It's not that big of a deal. You can still drive the gun pretty fast with it. It's not hard. Your barrel is an M4 cut type, okay, which to me is kind of, meh, because I don't plan on mounting a friggin' grenade launcher to the thing at any time soon. Unless you're a SWAT operator type and you're running tear gas launchers that way, and it's your patrol rifle and you go over to SWAT, I don't see that really happening for you. But it's there and it looks cool, so whatever. I figure I'd also mention the actual construction of the barrel. The construction of the barrel is mil-spec hammer forged steel. It's 1-in-7 twist and chrome lined, which means it'll handle military loads just fine. You get about a 2-inch group at 100 yards with it, running 55 grain Wolf ammo. Ball Wolf ammo, by the way. So it's plenty capable of shooting well, and guys that complain about Wolf can seriously get out of my face at this point. The barrels themselves, they also have a lifetime warranty from Stag Arms. So if you wear out the chrome lining in your barrel, you can send it to them, they'll check it out, and if it's no good, they'll replace it for you free of charge. That's great for guys that just shoot all the time, obviously, mainly because you basically have a good mil-spec grade barrel forever. Okay? Unfortunately, though, the gas port that leads to your gas line that runs into your gas key is a little oversized. That leads to greater fouling in your upper receiver and whatnot, and it also leads to a couple other things that we'll talk about here in a second. Moving back, your upper receiver has a AR-15 style bolt carrier, not a M16 style bolt carrier. It doesn't have a mil-spec extractor spring in it. It's a little weaker. It comes with an H2 buffer, which is great, but a slightly weaker recoil spring. And what the overgassed barrel and the lighter bolt and the weaker ejection spring and the weaker recoil spring is basically made for is really low powered ammo from like Walmart or something. So that the gas key will definitely always get enough force shoved into it, or enough gas shoved into it to cycle the action. Now, unfortunately, this doesn't work out real good in accordance with Wolf ammo. I'm going to post a video response to this and how to make Wolf ammo run in budget rifles, most budget rifles that are out of time and being overgassed, that is. And this rifle definitely falls into that category. However, though, if you fire brass cased ammo, which has been almost exclusive, almost been exclusively used on this rifle. This rifle's on loan to me from a buddy of mine who's absolutely against steel cases, and we'll try to get him over to the dark side here. It's run 100% for him. I haven't seen any malfunctions with it either, because I did shoot it. I did run a few hundred rounds through it, and it's been absolutely flawless. You guys know that from my previous videos, I've absolutely shot this thing to friggin' pieces. I've had to replace junk in it before, and it just runs 100%. With the little add-ons, it'll run Wolf 100% all the time, no stuck casings, none of that garbage, and it just works. It always fires, it always extracts, and since I fixed the steel casing problem, as far as the timing with the rifle, there has been nothing but positiveness from this just glowing off of it like it's cool, because it is. But aside of the bolt carrier itself and the extractor spring, your upper receiver, basically the little house for all your internal stuff, is mill grade forged aircraft quality aluminum. It's fairly light because obviously aluminum is lighter than steel, and it's up to spec, so you don't have to worry about this exploding on you or whatever during a match or a course or something, because I've shot bozillions of rounds out of mine, and this one's been shot to hell too, so you're not going to have to worry about that exploding on you unless you have unnecessarily high-powered ammunition that's not rated for it. Both of these lowers are not native to Stag arms. This is a Spikes and this is a DPMS. However, the Stag arms lowers are mil-spec to the complete T. Everything down to trigger parts, minus the automatic and or burst selectors, are all mil-spec. Your trigger will pull out about 7 or 8 pounds. Depending on how well that rifle's been treated and how often it's been shot, things that come with a standard Stag Arms Model 2. Like I said before, you have the A2 birdcage flash hider that works pretty good at night. You have a set of standard cylindrical handguards, just a cylinder. You don't get the cool Ninja-fied MOE handguard on there, but they're double heat shielded, so they work really good. You get a rear sight in combination with a front sight, so right out the box you can go shoot something. You get a standard trigger guard, not an enlarged one, because as you can see here, this one is straight. That's the one that you're going to get. Okay. The enlarged one was added on by the owner of this rifle here. You get a right-handed only selector switch for your safe and fire mode. You still get your standard bolt catch and release, standard A2 style charging handle, and A2 style grip. And you also get a 6-position buffer tube to mil-spec circumference, meaning the actual circumference of the buffer tube is to spec, I'm sorry. But it's not to spec in that Colt M4s, real deal M4s are 4-position buffer tubes. These are 6. This one's actually different. This is actually the buffer tube that comes with a Stag Arms rifle. So it's a 6-position tube, you know, so I like having a little bit more adjustability based on what I'm doing or anything like that. So that's the actual features of the rifle itself. And really what I've noticed is that aside of the budget portions of the rifle that you can tell are budget because they skimp out on little things like springs, they're using an AR-15 bolt carrier, you know, lighter buffer spring but a mil-spec buffer tube. Other than that, everything else about the rifle is mil-spec. Okay, also except this gas port. Okay, and the reason why they skimp on all that stuff is because most people, one, shoot brass, because there's so much internet hate about Wolf that not as many people buy it as I think they should. And two, the reason it is also good to have a higher cyclic rate for brass casings because you will extract. It'll happen. Okay? But both of these examples of the Stag Arms line of guns really are superb examples of a budget quality AR that's going to work for you. Okay? They also feature left-handed upper receivers in that your ejection port is on the left side of the gun versus the right side of the gun. So if you're a lefty and you absolutely have to have your brass not hit your arms or whatever, you can do that. I decided to go with a right-handed ejection port mainly because it's faster. I can see what's going on in my rifle. Being right-handed, if your gun runs dry or something, you have to physically check and see what's going on, especially if there's a malfunction, and then you have to work with it from there. You know, and I see a lot of guys rolling it when they're unloaded, depressing their magazine release and tossing the whole gun over and hitting dudes on the line. You know, for me, I'd rather just see it, identify what the problem is, and drop the magazine or work a malfunction. To me, it would just be less wasted movement, you know. But, yeah, and also more back history on this guy. A section of the Border Patrol decided to use the Stag Arms Model 2. Their barrels were cut. They were running, it was either 10 or 12-inch barrels, and they're running automatic selectors on theirs. It's been serving with them for the past few years, and it's been absolutely successful with them. They have had no complaints of Stag whatsoever, and just nothing but glowing, promoting, buy Stag Arms type talk is coming from these Border Patrol cops. So it speaks volumes of the rifle. Generally speaking, a complete rifle will usually run you around $800 to $900. Usually, you can get it for way less than that, depending on where you look. And I really have nothing else to say. They're great, accurate shooting, dependable budget rifles. And if you go with Stag, you got a barrel forever. So, thank you for watching. It's been a Regular Guy with the Regular Guy Firearms channel. Like, favorite, and subscribe if you choose to do so. Follow me on the channel, and I'm on Facebook. If you have any questions, send me anything you'd like to ask, if it's not on this or something else, and I'll be happy to get back to you as soon as possible. All right, keep shooting, be safe, and I'll be around. Take it easy, guys.